Tonight is Game 3 between the Spurs and the Blazers. Rip City is fired up after the Blazers took Game 2 with a big fourth quarter comeback. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blair Best. Let's get right to David Milko and Orlando Sanchez, who are down at the Moda Center tonight, getting us ready ahead of tip-off at 7:30. Hey guys, it is a big day for Blazers fans.
And I got to say right now, the vibes are supercharged out here. That's not an exaggeration. I mean, Orlando, how blessed are we that we've got nothing but sunshine and blue skies here in late April, perhaps a sign of things to come. And we cannot say this enough. It has been 5 years since Rip City is in the playoffs, and the momentum tonight is with the team.
Preach, David. You are setting the scene out here at Moda Center. The tough part is waiting for tonight's game to tip off at 7:30, but we've got you covered back at home. So
we're going to be here
us
for hours, right?
Absolutely. So
watching
buckle
everything
up.
build. There's a half court going up right here. They're setting it up for the fans to show off their skills. I'm not going to be one of them. I hope you've got something to show off.
Oh, we're going to have a party, and hopefully they're going to show off a win later tonight, David. But this is a basketball town. Basketball is king here in Rip City, and the Portland Trail Blazers are the big ticket. And now we've made it, as you've mentioned, David, 5 years in the making. Literally years have gone by since the last time. All the tanking, just the losing, like it's gone.
It's all in the past. We're feeling good about it.
Playoff basketball,
We're feeling good. Let's just say it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And so, David, we have to talk about the big story heading into this one on the court, and that's with the San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama, who, as you saw in that clip in Game 2, he hit his head on the ground and he suffered a concussion. All of a sudden, this series now up for grabs. That moment totally changing everything. The reigning defensive player of the year, now a game time decision, and has been going through the concussion protocol. He has to pass a series of tests with doctors before he's cleared to play, but he is in Portland. He participated in team shoot-around at Moda Center this morning. The Blazers say, though, the game plan doesn't change. They're preparing as if he's gonna play.
We hope he plays. We hope he plays. We hope he's healthy, so we can go out there and compete.
Well, we got to be ready for both situations. We know, even though if he doesn't play 1 or 2 games, whatever it is, we're going to face him soon.
I think we understand that we can't get too high. You know, we won 1 game and it's beautiful and it's nice. Nobody expected us to win, so that got out of the way. But we have a long job ahead of us.
So this is the biggest storyline, David, going into the game, and it's the Spurs not having their best player and arguably one of the best players in the world available. Not only can the Blazers steal this game, but the longer he's out, the more realistic it comes that they could steal the entire series. Now, in terms of will he play, won't he play, that will come out probably around 6 o'clock.
Officially still listed as questionable. Interesting to hear Thiago Splitter talk about this over the last couple days of, you know, they're preparing for every scenario, right? They've got to be at their best whether or not he's on the court or not on the court. And given what happened in that fourth quarter of Game 2 on Tuesday night, you know, I got to say it again, the word is momentum. If it was rebuilding the past few seasons, it's now the team is headed forward, it's going somewhere, and the fan base is right behind them. And we can't say this enough because the fans are dedicated. You said this is a basketball town. We'll talk more about them. We're going to talk to some of them later, including one who actually won the scavenger hunt for tickets. Lucky her, right? But it's been 5 years, and this place has not been packed to the gills since before that because of the pandemic. So walk us through what this moment means, you know, in the grand scheme of things here.
It's so hard to get to the playoffs, and this fan base was spoiled with the Damian Lillard era where it was automatic. We knew we were going to be out here for playoff basketball, and it was only a matter of how far was this team going to go.
There's a little buzz around him too. But
yes,
you know.
absolutely. We're going to talk about that coming up. But at this point, it's just the fan base finally having that opportunity to soak it all in a real way. I mean, even when the team did make the playoffs most recently, Moda Center could not be at capacity because of COVID restrictions. And if you go back the year before that, they were playing in the bubble in Disneyland. So you're going back to 2019 since the last time the Blazers and the Moda Center have been at full strength.
Lillard, long range three. It's good!
7 years. 7 years since Damian Lillard hit his incredible buzzer-beating, series-winning deep three. It sent the Oklahoma City Thunder packing, and the Blazers on to round 2. 2019 was also the last time Portland fans got to experience a true playoff atmosphere.
You know, if you're playing at home or away, you know, they play a big toll, you know what I'm saying? So to all our fans, we need y'all in a major way.
Dribbles, drive, and he throws it down.
In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic brought the NBA and the world to a halt. When play resumed in the summer, the league crowned its champion in a bubble. No fans allowed. In 2021, postseason games returned to the Moda Center, but with limited capacity, mandatory masking, and social distancing. Then came 4 seasons out of the playoffs for the rebuilding franchise, until now.
I'm excited for the city itself, and I'm excited for all the young kids growing up here to kind of give something that they can look forward to, man. And like I said, it's a blessing to just put on a show for the whole Rip City.
Now let's clap it up for the Blazers! It's been a long wait for the Portland faithful, but that all changes Friday night. No masks, no seat restrictions, just playoff basketball. The way it was meant to be enjoyed.
It's so great. I am so excited. I can't wait for the game on Friday.
All right, David, who knew that T-shirts would be such a hot topic?
I know, a controversial thing. You know, we're going to talk about the new ownership, Tom Dundon, the nicknames he's earned less than 1 month in. You know, one of those things, you know, the team masseuse reports that she couldn't figure out where to work on the players when they were in San Antonio because he needed everybody to check out of their rooms, except for the players on time, right? No T-shirts, breaking with a tradition, right, for a playoff game. So, local brand, Portland Gear, stepping in here with a little red hot rising action. Forgive me, it's hard to hold the mic, the scripts, and the T-shirt at the same time, and I'll make it look good for the folks at home there. You know, reports surfaced, and Portland Gear stepped in. The founder, Marcus Harvey, creating this here. It says Red Hot Rising, a nod to the Blazers from 30 years ago. We have to see if the Blazers have anything from the fans. I have a feeling they do because they have alluded to it. At least Shield Tile, one of the owners, has said there's going to be something out there. There have been murmurings that they want to potentially do something that makes noise or gives light out there, something to distract the Spurs on their offensive runs, right? Because we know Tom Dundon likes to win. And if this is part of a strategy, not just the cost cutting, but whatever they're doing with the T-shirts and whatever for the fan base, because you got to think he's got to want to win over the fan base a month in too, right? We'll see if that's part of the strategy as well.
Yeah, David, I'm curious to see if, you know, bad publicity is still good. What's the cliche and how that goes? But
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are talking about the owner who just stepped foot into this organization not too long ago.
And we're going to have conversations about this over the course of the next few hours.
Yeah.
You know, some columnists who are really plugged in with the team. And
Yeah, do you have do you have the time?
Yeah, we're looking at 8 minutes past the hour.
It might also be Dame time,
Oh.
according to one reporter.
Game time.
Yeah. Bill Oram of the Oregonian is swinging by later in the hour to discuss Dame time, as well as a few other topics like Tom Dundon.
That sounds like a big tease right there. All right, you know, we're going to be here for the next 3 hours with you for the long haul tip-off at 7:30. As I said, the momentum here is supercharged. We're going to be with you the entire way. Blair, back to you.